Hi everyone, welcome to my explanation of Resto Druid WeakAuras. Um, these WeakAuras are primarily for Resto Druid. I've also done Holy and Disc Priest WeakAuras, and you can find those videos on my page and also in the link below. These WeakAuras were originally my partner's WeakAuras. He did a whole HUD for Boomkin and Resto Druid. I will link his page down below so you can check out some of his videos and some of his other work, so Mage WeakAuras and things like that. Now, I've actually removed a lot of the Boomkin component of this, if not actually all of the Boomkin component. The reason is the way those Boomkin WeakAuras were working are not suited to the new way of Boomkin style play. So these are only Resto Druid WeakAuras now. I've made the adjustments and updated them for pre-patch and will be updating them throughout Legion. As my partner is quitting / going casual with the game, I'm continuing raiding, so I will be the person to do all the work now, which is fun. So let's get started and talk about these WeakAuras. Now, I have explained the ones on the left, and I will again for this video as well. These are procs. The top row here is our procs. So basically, weapon enchants, trinkets, pots, anything like that. Below that is time warp, ring, and everything like that, which do probably need to be updated and things like that. So we have our incarnation, which I haven't actually updated, and I haven't included these for a good reason because we had a lot of spell ID changes, so I haven't really included them into the main HUD. So let's just ignore those for now. And down the bottom is the one that we're really going to be concentrating on today. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the top HUD as per normal, which is actually quite small compared to the other HUDs I've done for Priest. Now, this is quite simple. On the left, we're going to be tracking Flourish and the cooldown of Flourish. I'm going to mention this now. I do use Voodoo for HOTS, and I'll show you how that sort of works a bit later. Now, on the right, we have Swiftmen. So we got 2 stacks of Swiftmen if we are taking our Prosperity here. Okay, so if we are spec'd into Prosperity, we have 2 stacks of Swiftmen. That's indicated in the bottom right-hand corner. Things that we have noticed in the middle of our HUD with our timers, we have our Efflorescence timer, our Life Bloom timer, and our Ironbark timer there. So no dramas with that. Just check those out, use them, do what you need to do with those. Now, the bottom part is just our CDs, really basic. Druid, fortunately, hasn't changed very much in play. The only thing that's really changed is you don't really have to keep an uptime on your Harmony anymore. You just basically stack HOTS, which is cool. So down the bottom, we have basic long cooldowns. We have our Ironbark, we have our Bark Skin. Awesome. I'm glad Druids have a personal. We have Tranquility, Tree of Life, Soul of the Forest, and also Soul of the Forest inactive. So basically what's happening here is if I use Soul of the Forest, it'll show the buff. So I have AQ to Wild Growth, and of course we have a Wild Growth cooldown as well. So we know when that's come off cooldown, so I know when to Swiftman, to Soul of Forest, etc. Then we also have Cenarian Ward down there as well. So really simple. These of course are going to be updated to accommodate the Resto Druid artifact weapon. I haven't really made solid plans for this one, what to add to this specific set of WeakAuras yet. I will be having a lot bigger look into it as I level my Druid in Legion, which is going to be my main ult. So keep an eye out for it. I will be consistently updating these WeakAuras. So just to give you an idea what these ones look like when you use them. So as I said, I use Voodoo to track my HOTS. So I've got a lot. The reason I track Life Bloom on Voodoo at the moment is because we have 2 stacks of Life Bloom we can use because of tier. Only reason. Of course, we have our Efflorescence as well. If you have Spring Blossoms, you can get that to track on your Voodoo as well. Then, of course, we have everything else. So as I sort of add everything up, we can see how that WeakAura is working as well. And we have a duration of Bark Skin here too. So if I use Swiftmend, as you can see, it shows me how long I have on the buff. That buff has disappeared now because I use Wild Growth. That buff is back. I have 13 seconds 12 to use that buff. And of course, Wild Growth coming off cooldown. Once I use it, that buff's going to be gone. And I'm going to have to wait for Swiftmend to come off cooldown. I hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and I hope it's been useful in helping you understand how these WeakAuras work. Of course, if you have any questions or anything like that, you can look at the description. I'm located on the General Hospital Discord, and you can ask me questions there. Thank you.